your eyes and dream with me.
Alright, we'll look at her in-game.
Dreams bloom well.
It's Lilia. She's a 3-mana 3/2 because she has Spirit and has quick attack. Okay. And she levels up when you've summoned 15 plus allies or landmarks. Fair enough. When I'm summoned or strike, create a dream-laden bow in hand. Or if you have one, reduce its cost by 1. Bin Laden. Jeez. Yeah. Okay.
Hope takes
And what is
root.
that? So, sleep. Obliterate a unit and recall its attachments to store an exact copy in a landmark for 1 round. But this is sleep an ally. I mean, this is actually not the worst thing for, like, summon decks. So, you attack, you finish your combat phase, you play this on any summon abilities, and you can reproc them for free, right? It's not the worst thing. It's a really cheap way to do it. I don't hate it. How's it different from Frozen Tomb? Well, Frozen Tomb obliterates attachments and weapons, so it's not quite turn into a landmark. It lets you not obliterate things attached to the units. So it's very similar. I'm personally not a fan of like adding keywords that are so similar to like, you know, Lissandra's abilities or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but okay. And it's 2 countdown, correct? So you play this on the 1 cost. I don't know what the 1 cost does.
People run right to sleep. Hello?
Okay.
Wake up! Go on, dance!
Why'd you attack with that? Huh?
Sing to me of little lost dreams far away.
Wait, what does that card do? It changes when it sleeps? I don't know.
Mother
Maybe it summons
and
something.
guardian.
A little
Alright, I gotta see what she does when she's leveled. It's a cool idea.
You won't harm their dreams, not a one.
Alright, now she's a 3-mana 4/3. Same stuff. When I'm summoned or strike, create a dream-laden bow in hand, or if you have one, reduce cost by 1. When you sleep another ally, immediately wake it up and grant it spirit. Okay, so basically reproc any summon effects and give it +1/+1. Okay.
All of the garden is in bloom.
It's an exact copy,
You
so
might feel better
you start summoning
if
more
you
and
took
more.
a nap, you know. Sleep quietly, dream well.
Alright. It's interesting. Let's see what they do. Alright, we know what she does. We know that she can sleep allies. This goes down by 1 cost every time she strikes, which is interesting as well. Lilia's Blooming Bud. This is her signature card. It's a fast spell, sleep a unit. That's not bad. That's actually very, very, very solid. So solid that this might be broken. Like what? Like, I think this is broken, honestly. The best comparison I have is... like, we have this. And this is not a bad card, right? We have Ancient Hourglass, which is basically the same thing, but worse. Because not only does Lilia make an exact copy, which means it keeps buffs, but you can use this on enemies as well. You can do it on enemies and your own champions, and you don't lose buffs. So I think you just main deck this all the time, especially in Ionia where you want cards to protect your units. Like, if you're playing a Karma deck, you want to protect Karma. If you're playing a Lee Sin deck, you want to protect Lee Sin. Any Karma champion wants to be protected. It's pretty nuts. It is really, really good. I like it. No rarity gem? That's because it's a champion card, right? But every champion card outside of Runeterra cards has a normal version. So there will be rarity on it. This is just because it's Lilia's version. We've never had a champion not have their card in the normal pool unless they're Runeterra. It should be main deckable. How does spirit work? Again, +1/+1 basically for every spirit. You already did. Next is Dewdrop Harvest. It is a 2-mana story. So on 1 round, you can summon Spritelings, which are... I don't even know what a Spriteling is. It's that. You can summon one of those, chat. Are those the... I don't know. It's the 1/1 with Spirit? Okay. You can summon the 1 with Spirit. Interesting. And on 2, sleep an ally. It's slow speed sleep an ally. I'm not very, very happy, but you have to keep in mind that this sleep mechanic is also pretty decent on Spirit. For example, Lily's a 3-mana 3/2, but let's say somebody attacks your Lily. You play Lily's Blooming Bud on Lily to protect her. She comes back as a 4/3 because Spirit does stack, right? So any unit that has Spirit, this also gives it a +1/+1 because it gives it more Spirit after waking up. So yeah, kind of has value. It's not bad. I'm not a huge fan. It's like Countdown. You can like manually use it on different turns. So Petal Pixie 2-mana 1/1 summon. When I'm summoned, summon a Spriteling. Okay. 2-mana 3/3. That's pretty good. Although it's a 2-mana 1/1 and 2/2. So versus things such as Fearsome, not as good. Not as good of a blocker, but overall pretty good anti-swarm, I would say. It's not bad. It's a better House Spider. Yeah. And the Spriteling can have some synergies here and there. And this goes really well with what champion? Who's the champion that levels when you attack with a lot of units? That's Lux, right? I guess you could play Lux with this. Sprite Mother. When I'm summoned, grant Spritelings and Sprite Mothers everywhere Spirit. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's disgusting. You just want to sleep this over and over again. And the fact is, she's a 3/2. She's not a 2/1. Because she on herself buffs herself, right? And you just sleep her and she just multiplies. She not only she summons... Oh my god. Oh wait, she doesn't summon anything. Oh wait. For a sec I thought she summoned Spriteling, which would have been stupid, but she's a 4-mana 3/2 buff everywhere. That's hard to say. How good is she? How good is Sprite Mother? I mean, decent. Decent. You have to make a Spriteling deck, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's an archetype. The problem with Spritelings is no Overwhelm, no Elusive, no Fearsome, nothing, right? It's just stats, a lot of stats. I mean, I, for example, think Viego's better. Like the Viego archetype where you have Mist Wraiths being printed and 1/1 everywhere is better. So I don't think it's... For some reason, I don't know why I thought this was summoning a Spriteling. But no, as it is, it can work. I just don't think it's broken. Fellis, the Gardener. Play, fully heal an ally, then sleep it. Yeah, sleep summons an exact copy, correct. After one turn, obviously. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good unit. I like it. Yeah, it's solid. It's really cheap. 3 mana is really good here. Like, just Fellis on this is good tempo overall. Like, it just gives you a lot of value. Like, you play Fellis on curve with, like, Petal Pixie. Just gives you a, what? A free 2/2. Like, that's already 4/6 stats for 3. You play this on any summon effect, it's really strong. Any summon effect. On curve. You play it on Lily, it's pretty damn good because it gives Lily +1/+1, and it fully heals her, and it reduced the cost of your Dream Laden by 1. Like, yeah, very solid card. I think this is maybe the strongest card here. Well, actually, Lily, like, Blooming Bud is really strong too. This is a very strong card as well. And you can play this in so many combo decks. I can imagine a world where you're playing Dehu Endure as a win con. Like Dehu Endure with Ionia. Why not? Dehu Endure would be gigantic in those decks. Because you can just sleep Dehu Endure like twice, and it hits for 1,000,000 damage. Alright, Sprite Dance. Sprite Dance is 3 mana fast. Recall an ally to grant all stacks of its spirit to another ally. That's not bad. I think it's meh. The thing is, here's the thing. Think of a deck that not necessarily plays like it, but plays similar to Azarelia. In the sense that you've got a lot of these like cheap summon effect units, right? And you have a lot of stuff on board that you don't mind playing. Like, is it really bad to recall a Sprite Mother that has like 3 spirit on it? Give that spirit to somebody else and then have this in hand to replay. Like, it's not a bad card. Is it really that bad to like recall Lilia, buff a unit, and then have a cheap Lilia in hand to replay? I don't think that's bad. Like, this is good if you have a very cheap deck. Because very cheap decks, what is the number one problem you run into? You empty your hand, right? So your cards are so cheap you run out of cards to play. But your opponent has to play removal. They have to play combat tricks, single combat, stuff like that, vengeances. Whenever they play that, you get the card back to your hand, plus you get another buff as a combat trick. Like, it can fit as long as your deck has a lot of spirit generation. So a deck like a Sprite Mother deck would probably run this every time. I don't see why not. 1 mana fast recall sees no play. First of all, it did see replay. This is 2 extra mana for some stat transfer if that unit has stacks. Is it even allowed in standard? Recall an ally. This saw play a lot in the Cannon deck, but I wonder. Yeah, but you might be right. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I agree with you. This card is probably not worth it. There's better recalls. If you're playing a cheap deck where this gets value because the cards are cheap, you'd probably rather have Retreat, Superior. All right, and the last card, the Heart of the Tree. 7 mana story. Triple story. And this is focus speed story. Interesting. I didn't realize stories had different speeds. So on the first turn at focus speed, you're able to heal your Nexus 3 and summon Spritelings. Okay. So 7 mana heal 3. On the next turn, you're able to grant allies everywhere +1/+1. That's a turn after. I mean, that's a really strong effect. And the turn after, a card that costs 8 or more. Manifest a card that costs 8 or more and reduces cost by half, rounded up. I think it's bad. I'm not a fan. Now, I only think it's bad. Let me explain, chat. I only think it's bad if they're not reworking. I don't know what they're going to do with, like... So, for example, does this work on story? Is story considered a landmark? Because they look just like landmarks, dude. Is this considered a landmark? Or not? We don't know. Nobody knows. It has this little sign next to it, right? So that is landmark, right? Like, this is the landmark sign. Every landmark has this. So I'm assuming stories are landmarks. So, because of that, like, have we even, like... Yeah, explorers, right? Explorers are meta. Landmark removal is meta. It is way too easy for this to be 7 mana do nothing. Like, they play this, the opponent plays 3 mana, removes it, you're down 4 mana. And it hasn't even done the heal effect yet. Because it's at focus speed, you play it and then you do it on your next priority. Like, I think this is going to get no value. I think this will be removed too often. Yeah, these are very cool. If it goes all the way through, like if story was unremovable, I'm down. Notify. All right, 9 mana to protect it. What if they have 2 removals? Yeah, I think this card is very hard to play. Very, very hard. It's not quite 7 mana do nothing. Yeah, it's like a 5 mana do nothing, right? Because if they destroy it after you play it, I guess they're down 2 mana. Destroying sleeping unit summons then? Yes, most likely. Because that's what sleep does, right? Wait, does it turn on? It turns it into a landmark, right? Yeah. But sure. I mean, it's interesting. You can play a lot of combo decks with this. One way is like the deck they're telling you can play Sprite Mother. The other way is you just go for like super high value summon units. You know, I don't even mind playing this in a Viego deck. I could see myself playing Viego with a few of these cards. It fits. Heal Viego to full, summon him with more stats. You do realize, like, Viego's ridiculous. Like, this doubles Viego stats. You guys realize that? Wait, does it? Yeah, this doubles Viego stats. Like, if Viego's a 13-13, this gives him, like, plus 9 more, right? Like, I could fit this in a Viego deck. Would it play Lily per se? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it fits. It's not bad. This really good. This is amazing in a Viego deck. This is really decent in a Viego deck as well. Actually, is it really that decent? Not really. It's not bad. It's good on the 3/3. Isn't Petal Pixie just House Spider? A better version of it. Because you can buff those Spritelings in other ways. Yeah. Interesting combo of cards. Alright. That's it, chat. That is it for Lily. It attacks me.